What's up guys, Josh here from Blender Bros, and in this video I want to explain what's inside our Hard Surface Accelerator product, whether it's right for you, what you're going to get out of it, because we've had a lot of questions about this recently. Now first of all, this is not our only product on our store. If you go to blenderbros.com/store, we have curriculum on rendering, we have Blender plugins, we have subdivision surface modeling training, plasticity training. We have a lot of stuff on our website. So I by no means want to say this is the only solution that you need, but this is by far the most popular and universal solution to just have your Blender workflow dealt with permanently. I mean, how much is that worth to you? If you could go right now and in 2 weeks from now with about 30 to 60 minutes a day of work, you could have Blender just sorted, not mastered, but you're very, very good. You know, you'll get to mastery level within a year easily. What is that worth to you? Think about that for a sec. Now, I want to get into what's inside the program, you know, all the curriculum, all that. Now, first of all, take a look at all the results here. These are from our students. I mean, the data does not lie. Every single image you see on here was from one of our students. So if you know any of these people, message them, ask them about the program. They're going to tell you the same thing. We deliver on the result that we promise in the time frame that we promise. And if we don't, you have a full 60-day guarantee to just refund the product. If you want to like scam us, you could technically do that. If you hate us, go ahead. Don't actually do that. It'd be a bit up, but you get the idea. So again, 2 weeks, 30 to 60 minutes a day of work, you're going to have a very, very solid foundation for Blender. This isn't a marketing gimmick. This isn't some sort of exaggeration. This is a fact backed by data and plenty of reviews and plenty of results. So I don't know anybody else who's making these claims and delivering them. I just don't see it anywhere. So that's the first thing. You're going to learn basically the entire hard surface modeling workflow in about 2 weeks of time. You can finish it quicker if you want. You can take longer if you want. It's up to you. It's up to your lifestyle. But that's number one. That is the first thing you are going to get. Next up, I want to talk about the curriculum, what's inside, what you're going to learn, and what the level is basically. So first of all, our accelerator course is designed for beginners and intermediates. If you're an expert in Blender or very, very advanced, don't enroll in this course. Grab something else on our site. We have stuff for hard ops, box cutter, plasticity. Like I said, this isn't a, expert program. This is for beginners and intermediates in Blender that just want to cut through the fluff, don't waste time on tutorials, and just have the result, very quickly. So if you're a beginner or intermediate and you value your time, I make YouTube tutorials, guys. I'd love for you to go to my channel, but the fact is you don't need to waste all this time on YouTube. It's ridiculous. This program is going to have you sorted very quickly, and then any minor things that you need that are unique to you, you can go find on YouTube very easily. So the curriculum is laid out in a way that if you're a complete beginner, we teach you the basics like the modeling tools, the workflows, the modifiers, how to install Blender, booleans, bevels, stuff like that. So if you are a complete beginner, we have you covered there, no problem. If you're more of an intermediate, you can watch those just for a refresher, or you can just skip through those sections and get right to the more advanced stuff. Now, in terms of the advanced training, we have a topology and shading section, and this discusses stuff that, quite frankly, I don't think you can find on YouTube very easily. We teach you very, very, I don't want to say secretive, but esoteric as an advanced word, very interesting techniques for managing topology and shading in a hard surface modeling workflow. And you don't need to deal with quads or retopologizing or any of that. All you need to do is just follow the advice in that section. It's going to apply directly to your hard surface workflow, and it's going to solve a lot of problems that you'll encounter with shading or topology or artifact issues, stuff like that. Next up, we have a full section discussing Blender materials. Now, if you don't know what materials are, it's basically where you add a color or metallic values or roughness values to your object. You can make it reflective, make it look like a metal, change the color, things like that. So we're going to teach you the basic material settings, the exact settings that we use personally that are universal to everybody. We don't use any node systems or anything like that. We just show you the exact material setup that you need and how to use materials, okay? So we're cutting out all the fluff for you, giving you only the info you need. This is, again, backed by almost 2 decades of experience combined in this field. So that's the next section. After that, there is a full section on the principles of visual design. Now, I'm going to be honest, most people are going to benefit the most from this section. The reason being is because anybody can learn 3D modeling. Anybody can learn how to add a bevel. Anybody can learn how to add a boolean. Anybody can learn all these little tiny tricks and modeling workflows. It is one thing to know how to model. It is a completely different thing to know how to make your models look visually appealing, aesthetic, how to make all the shapes, balance well with each other, how to make your design functional. All of these things, nobody as a beginner are really that good at. And as a result, they'll use Blender for years and years and years, and their designs will still suck. They'll know how to model, but their designs will just be awful. So we're gonna solve that problem for you very, very quickly. And if I just look at it right now on my screen, there's about 10 unique videos showing you different elements of visual design, examples from our portfolio, and how you can actually use these strategies in your own workflow. So if you're struggling with, clean designs or good design language and you can't get that, sorted, this section is going to solve that problem for you permanently and completely. You will never need another, coaching or YouTube video or any of that ever again. This is going to solve it for you. And then after that, we're going to teach you all about rendering, how we set up our scenes for rendering, how we set up the lighting, the framing, the composition. All of that we're going to show in the rendering section. And then after we render, we're going to show you our Photoshop process. You don't need Photoshop, but it is good if you want to touch up your work and make it look a little bit more impressive. And then to put everything together inside of that program, you're going to learn how to design this mech right here. This is the thing that all of our students are making. So they're not even making this thing until they've gotten through the entire first part of the course. And it's not going to take you that long. But just to prove a point, how many people do you know buy a course and then actually get through even the first few sections? Most people give up very quickly. We're actually getting people to go through the entire thing and they're getting the full result because we've set this up in such an easy to understand way. I don't know anybody else who, again, is delivering these results. If you can show that to me, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of results from people that are brand new to Blender, let me know because I don't see it anywhere. So the next section, or I guess the final section rather, is where we're going to put everything together, all the modeling workflows, all the design workflows, everything we're going to do in a final section here. And I'm just going to teach you basically my own personal workflow. Ryu's going to teach you his personal workflow. We're going to put it all together and you're going to design this mech right here from scratch using everything that you've learned in the course. And we've even added some bonus sections. We have a section on how to grow as an artist, how to build a portfolio. We have a workflow for add-ons. We kind of show you a bit of an add-on demo with Hard Ops and Box Cutter. But again, if you're using those tools, you probably want that course instead. And that's the entire accelerator course, guys. The whole point of this thing is to just get you the result. That's simple. A to Z in 1 to 2 weeks with just 30 to 60 minutes a day, you're going to have 80% of your Blender workflow solved. Like, you're not going to be an expert, but you're going to be very, very advanced. Instead of being down here where, everyone's maybe here, you're going to be all the way up here. That's a promise. Those are the facts. So again, if you want this to happen to you in 1 to 2 weeks, again, here's the proof here. I don't even need to, say it again. This is the proof. Go to the link in the description and enroll in the program. Guys, our conversion rates on this product right now are almost 5%. And if you don't know anything about online or digital marketing, a standard conversion rate on a product page is 1%. We are 5x that. And the fact of the matter is, when the conversion rates are that high, the price needs to go up. It means the price is too cheap. So later this year, we will be lifting the price again. I know that pisses some people off, but we're not doing it based on feelings. We're doing it based on data. So again, if you want to lock in the current price right now, which is at $97 for the basic edition, go to the link in the description, grab the course. I don't know when we're going to lift the price. It'll be at some point this year. It's going to happen probably sooner rather than later, but I'd rather you get in right now before that happens. You have everything laid out right in front of you. You have a full guarantee. You have plenty of reviews. There's a lot of BS reviews online from people who've never even taken the program because people just don't like us. But again, the facts don't lie. The data doesn't lie. We're going to get this problem solved for you in about 2 weeks of time. So that way you can just go on to do your own projects and you never have to worry about this stuff again. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to learn Blender, hard surface modeling specifically, go to the link in the description and enroll in the course. And that's basically it. And we'll see you inside.